How's it going, guys? Have you guys been enjoying Navia? I've been enjoying her. I must say her damage is broken as shit. But that's if you get like at least 3 bullets. My friend says you should use her E when there's like 6 bullets, but I've been finding it very hard to get to like that amount of bullets. Usually after I get 3, I'll just shoot it. I mean, how do you even get max bullets like constantly? I don't think that's possible, right? Unless you're playing like a 4 Geo team, which I don't think I can do with my characters. So what we are doing today is we are actually gonna look at a meta tier list, because you know this channel isn't that serious. We usually do like meme posts every day, some random reactions, right? But for today, we are actually, just for once, we are gonna actually look at the meta. I'm mainly looking for like the new tier list with Navia in them. Navia's like, I would say she's like at least A tier or S tier. So let's start. Actually, I have 2 tier lists today, which I think are quite accurate. Navia is here, and Bennett is no longer top 5. Wow. Okay, Bennett is still broken, I would say. But who do you replace him in top 5? Okay, Yelan and Xinqiu is still on top. Well, this guy thinks Yelan's the most broken unit right now. And for me, I'm like, so he or she is judging this based on C0 of Yelan. My Yelan deals less damage than Xinqiu. Me personally, my Xinqiu does like at least 20% more damage, I would say, than my Yelan. So maybe his Yelan's more broken. Actually, I would argue that Yelan and Xinqiu should come down since Furina just entered, right? I think Furina's like more better. Why was my Malaysian language? More better! I feel like Furina's infinitely better, right? In most situations. It's just that I would say Xinqiu and Yelan has better synchro target right now. Furina's like literally Bennett and Xinqiu together, right? Okay, so based on this list, I would say like he replaced Furina with Bennett in terms of like the top 5. Okay, so below he actually reveals that he doesn't have some of these characters. Oh come on, you don't have Nilo or Klee? Or Kokumi? The fuck? At least this guy like made the tier list with his actual experience. I actually trust this tier list more, be honest. Like me, you look at me myself, right? I personally don't think I played every character to the extent. I look at this guy. This guy thinks Sucrose is S tier, and me personally, I don't feel like Sucrose is that meta. I feel like even if you want a character that sucks everyone, Sucrose actually doesn't suck that hard, right? Like, hear me out. It's like her E doesn't actually like contain everyone. I would say Trina should go to at least number 2, and Xinqiu I would put number 1. Like Yelan, my Yelan's not good, so I would probably put Yelan out of top 5. I mean, I don't know how to build Yelan. Maybe are you supposed to just build full HP, right? I'm guessing you need hydro damage bonus. I think everyone's around where they should be. This guy thinks Venti is A tier. That's like, is Animo back in the meta? I feel like Geo got bumped up pretty well because Navia came. I feel like Zhongli would stay in B tier, but I feel like even Noel and Goro bumped up a little bit because of Navia. I heard Yoimiya was at least A tier. I feel like Yoimiya's a good damage dealer, in my opinion. I don't have Yoimiya. Al Haitam, I feel like Al Haitam is at least S tier. Even in my humble opinion, even I think Al Haitam's too broken to not use. Here's the simple equation, right? For me, is if the character's good in Spiral Abyss, then it's a S tier character. If it's not, then you can just put it A tier. In my personal experience, Kazuha has never helped me clear floor 12. Again, my cookie C1, so my cookie's like very shit. But from what I've heard, everyone using cookie, she's been really good. My electro applicators that are good are Yaimiko and then facials. Like I don't have really good electro units for some reason. I haven't had a good experience with electro, except for Raiden. Raiden has always been good. You guys use Navia on floor 12? I feel like the newest floor 12, I didn't have a reason to use Navia, but even the enemies I think were tailor-made for Geo, so maybe you guys could clear it with Navia this time around. Here's my tip for anyone who wanted to clear Spiral Abyss. If you are new, you should go for this team called Raiden National, which is Raiden, Bennett, Xiangling and Xinqiu. You should be able to clear one part of the floor. The other half, I would recommend the Nilo team, which I've been abusing since she came out. Just pair Nilo with any dendro unit. I would say she can do the trick. The best one is with Nahida. And then my team is Kokomi, Nahida, Nilo, and Al Haitam. That's why for me, right, I would always put Nilo and Kokomi in S tier. It doesn't even matter where other people put them. For me, they are both S tier. Even after after Furina came out, I still consider Kokomi S tier. I almost still use Kokomi every time rather than Furina right now. Furina is still pretty niche for me. So basically for my account, right, the best units are those 8 characters, right? And then you can add Furina in there while you add it. Furina has been really niche, but has been really nice to use in the overworld. But in the Spiral Abyss, it's like I'm still using my old units. But if I ever need another Hydro unit like last time, there was these 2 like Pyro mages, right? These bullshit mages. I needed to use triple Hydro to clear their shields. This is some bullshit. There was the Kokomi, and I needed to use Kokomi, Nahida, Nilo, and Furina to cut their shields. I don't think even Xingqiu or Yelan could cut their shields efficiently. I think Furina was tailor-made for that Abyss, which was quite bullshit because it was the Abyss where Furina just came out. So basically you were forced to like pull for Furina to clear that Abyss, in my opinion. Why is Shenhe in A tier? The problem is like I feel like Cryo's like not that good right now, especially since after like Dendro came out. In my personal experience, I feel like Dendro is superior in Cryo in damage right now. Whenever you like forced to use Cryo to clear Abyss, I cringe, you know. Because I feel like it's not enough damage. Yeah, I have Ganyu, I have Ayaka, I have Shenhe. It's like a really rare occasion where I would ever use them. I remember I did use them one time to clear the Abyss, and it was quite recent as well. It was that freaking Electro boss, I forgot what's the thing. Yeah, Electro Seahorse thingy. Because for some reason, if it's an Electro boss, you need to use Cryo. It never makes sense to me. You either needed to use Cryo or Dendro. I wouldn't say Cryo is on the level of Geo right now, but kind of crazy. Like Layla, I feel like Layla has been really good right now. I really love Layla. I feel like Layla could be even better. But basically, right now, it's not good enough for you to be a shielder and healer if you want to be S tier. That's why Zhongli comes down the more it went, right? Basically, if you want to be S tier, you cannot just be a healer, right? You have to like do something else as well. That's why Ben has always been S tier. You have to heal and buff something. And moving on to the next tier list I wanted to cover. This one was quite interesting for me because this guy is basically a C0 tier list updated, which is very interesting because most of the 5 stars are like most of the 5 stars for free to play will be C0, but she also included like C0 for 4 stars, right? Now I do not know if this can be stated as fact, but I feel like most of them are still the same. Now, some of these characters are really affected if they don't have at least C1. Like Hu Tao, I'm pretty sure Hu Tao you want at least C1. Now, I'm surprised he put Al Haidam in S2. Al Haidam is broken. Al Haidam's like a low-key broken unit. I think everyone likes him because his design-wise is the same as Nilo, but Nilo's a more constricted version, but a more broken version as well. Which is why I don't agree with Nilo being fully S tier. Just because of my own personal experience, I feel it is SSS tier. Nilo is SSS tier for me. It's actually still the same guys that are up here. Here's another thing like Baiju, right? As I want to talk about Baiju as well. Baiju had a real good chance to be super broken. You know why? Because Dendro reactions itself is already broken, and if you are a Dendro healer, you are almost automatically at least an A tier in this game already, because just for the fact that you are Dendro and you heal, but he also has a shield too. The problem is he doesn't like add anything else to other members. Here's the thing, he doesn't proc Dendro as much as you want him to. I've been using him for a good amount of time, at least I got him since he came out, right? I tried to replace Baiju with Al Haidam in certain situations, but in the end it's still like Al Haidam still does more damage in those situations. Even when I don't need the healing, like in the situation I'm talking about is I don't need the healing, I just need the Dendro applications. And you would think a character like Al Haidam would use like, I would say burst Dendro application most of the time, while Baiju would be a better Dendro application over a long period. It's still like, even in that situation, like I would wanna applicator, it still applies less than what I want. I feel like he applies his snake like comes out from the alpha like every 3 seconds, I want to say, which is not enough. actually. Right now, my Mona's like C3 or C4. God, I really think my Mona can destroy somebody, right? I should level up her. Yeah, this video is actually just me yapping along. Am I actually paying attention to these tier lists? To a certain extent. I'm really grateful this guy put Klee in the same tier as Ayato and Saino because I think Klee does less than my baby need a buff, please. Oh. Also, another fact, I hate that I cannot use Klee with Nilo. Those two are my favorite characters and they need to be on separate teams. Well, if I really want to be too strict, well, actually I can use them together without any problems, just that it won't be the full effect. Yanfei and Hazel do not deserve to be here. I think even Ningguang is gonna get bumped up because of Nabia. Like, every Geo should be bumped up a tier just because of Nabia. I understand like Nabia's like the only reason where they all get bumped up, but hey, we need a reason, right, to buff everyone. Like I said, this video is just me yapping along. If you agree with anything, comment below, or you think I was just talking too much, or if you were like, I don't agree. Again, this channel we don't talk too much about the meta, but I'll make like one video talking about like serious stuff like once every 10 videos, or even more if I feel like it, because hey, it's still Genshin Impact. Where's the impact?